Hello students, I'm Kashif Ibrahim and this is lesson number 3 of assembly language uh, tutorials. Today we are going to discuss about the addressing modes given in your A-level book. There are six, there are six addressing modes used in assembly language. Let's see one by one. The first one is absolute addressing. The second one is direct addressing. Third is indirect, index addressing, immediate addressing, relative addressing, and symbolic addressing. Let's see them one by one. The first one and second one both are same. They are the name of the same addressing modes, absolute addressing and direct addressing. What is this? The definition is given: the content of the memory location in the operand are used. You know that in assembly language, the command of the assembly language is called mnemonics, and mnemonics we have studied this thing in previous lesson. This can be divided into two parts. One is operator and second one is operand. So the content of the memory location in the operand are used, right? In what is this? We will see with the examples. Let's see first the definitions of these addressing modes. As I told you, direct addressing and absolute addressing both are same. In direct addressing, what is it? The content of the memory location in the operand are used. Means in mnemonic, whatever content is given, the content of the memory location in the operand are used. We will see its example. Then what is the definition of index addressing? The content of the memory location found by the adding the content of the index register. In index addressing, index register is used and it would have some value, and that value is added in the operand. And then the content of the memory location found by adding the content of the index register to the address of the memory location in the operand are used. Then what is immediate addressing? The value which is given with the operand that is used. And then relative addressing, the memory address used is the correct memory address added to the operand. What is symbolic addressing? Only used in assembly language program. A label is used instead of value. So I understand that just by reading this definition, the concept would not be clear. So let's see examples. The first one is absolute addressing or direct addressing. For example, a command is given. We will take help of load commands. In your book, a number of different commands have been given. We will use for these commands: load, LDM, LDD, LDI, and LDX. These commands are given in your book, and their syntax and explanation is also given. So you can see LDM. What is the purpose of LDM? With LDM, the operand would be written some value, some number, decimal number. And what is this? Load the number into accumulator. Load command is used to load some value, some data in accumulator. Accumulator is one of the registers, main registers of the CPU. So it loads the number into accumulator, and here immediate addressing is used. So LDM command, LDM is for immediate. LDM command is using immediate addressing. So with the help of this, we will try to understand immediate addressing. Then similarly LDD load direct. D is for direct. So with load direct command, direct addressing mode is used. So this command is also used to load some value in the accumulator. Then similarly LDI, with you can see with LDD address is given. So whatever value would be there on this address, that will be loaded. In LDM, the value is being loaded in the accumulator, LDM. Then come to LDX. What is LDI? Sorry, LDI is the address to be used in the content of the specified address. Load the content of the given address in the accumulator. LDI stands for load indirect. So here indirect addressing is being used. So what is that? The content of the address would be an address, and from that address the value will be picked and loaded in the accumulator. Then LDX, we will see all these in the example. First understand this command. LDX is load index register. Right? Index addressing is used here. What is this? With this we have to write the address. The address to be used is the specified address plus the content of the index register. Load the content of this calculated address into accumulator. So LDX is also used to load value in the accumulator. All these four commands are being used to load value in the accumulator, but using different addressing modes. So let's see the examples of these. Here I have made an illustration where we have RAM with addresses 18, 19, 20, and then after this 199, 200, 201, 202, 203 and 204. These are the addresses of different memory locations. This is accumulator. Accumulator is a register which can store a number of bits or data. Then index register. Index register is also a register which can store a number of bits, or you can say data. So here we will see examples one by one. For example, LDD200. So what is LDD200? LDD200 means load direct or load absolute, right? So here absolute addressing or direct addressing is being used. Whatever value is there at the address of 200, at the address of 200, this is the address 200, this value will be loaded in accumulator. Right, this is how it is working. So the value, this value is actually an address, and from this address the value will be picked and stored in accumulator. So this is an example of direct addressing, right? Direct addressing is used in other commands also. We are taking help of the load command. Then after see this, we see the next one. Load indirect, right? Load indirect means, what is the meaning of indirect addressing? Let's see one more time. In indirect addressing, the content of the memory location in the operand are used, right? For example, LDI 200. So you can see at 200 we have value 20. So LDI 200 means at this location there would be an address, this address, and this address would be used to pick the value. So we have went to 200 and there we found another address, that is to 20, and from 20 we have picked the value, and this value will be stored in accumulator. So this is called indirect addressing, right? After this we will see index addressing. The load command which is used for index addressing, that is LDX. For example, we have a command LDX 200. Now we have to see the value of index register in this case. So because 200 is given, with this 200, we will add the value of index register, that is 4. So this is equal to 204. So this we will pick the value, pick the data from location 204, that is 17, and this 17 will be loaded in the accumulator. Right? This is how it is working. So this is called index addressing. After this, let's see the next addressing mode. LDM, load immediate. So whatever value is given with the command, that is loaded. LDM means immediate addressing, and immediate addressing means the value of the operand only is used. So this is the value of operand 200. This will be stored in the accumulator and used in the program. So you can see this is a direct value which is being used. After this, the next is jump R. So whatever the current location is in the program, now because we are not discussing the whole program, whatever the current location is, for example, the current location is 200, right? And jump R, the current location, sorry, we suppose that the current location is 199 and we have to add 5. Jump R means jump relative. 5 will be added in 199, 200, 201, 202, 203 and 204. It will jump here and continue program from here, from this location, right? And at last, load direct milestone. Here a label example has been used. This is called symbolic addressing. This is a label, and from this label value will be picked and loaded in the accumulator. In the program, somewhere at the end, the label value will be given, label would be defined, and from this value the value will be picked and stored in the accumulator. So this is how different addressing modes are used. We have seen the example of load command only, but these addressing modes are used with other commands also. So when we will see the complete program of the assembly language and we will do programming, we will see these addressing mode in more detail. So we will end our this lesson here, this tutorial here at this point, and inshallah we will see some more examples in next lesson. Thank you very much.